Yes, I am. I'm joined by U.S. Representative Krishnamoorthi. Thanks so much for joining us. What does it mean to you? You, I believe, were born in Delhi. What does it mean to have a presidential candidate who is of Indian heritage?
Oh, it's so exciting. It's a moment of pride for all Indian Americans. It turns out that her family hails from the exact same part of India that mine does. So there's an additional source of pride.
Okay, yes. Something political in the bloodline there, perhaps.
Yeah,
all right.
mutant gene in my case, but yes, thank you.
You came this afternoon. You had a big fundraiser. I believe tickets were going for like between $10,000 and $100,000. Is that right? How much do you raise? What's this fundraiser for?
Well, people really want to take back the House. They want to make leader Hakeem Jeffries Speaker Hakeem Jeffries. And so we raised, I think, more than $2 million, a record amount for the DCCC at an event in Chicago. But it was like a United Nations type of scene in terms of the diversity of the audience. Everybody wants this to happen.
What's at stake for the House?
Look, I think we saw what happens when there's Republican control of the House. You have regular targeting of LGBTQ people. You have regular targeting of reproductive freedoms. And then you have all this nonsense where instead of dealing with everyday issues that people care about, they're dealing with like what type of stoves should be in your household. I mean, this is kind of the nonsense that, we don't want to be kind of working on when there's so many pressing issues.
What faith do you have? We've talked a lot about the presidential race, but in terms of the House and flipping it?
I think that there's an excellent chance. I think that it's going to happen, but obviously we have to work extremely hard in the remaining 77 days. People joke it's 154 if you don't sleep. We can all sleep on November 6th, but the honest truth is that it's going to be a challenge. But Kamala Harris being at the top of the ticket makes a huge difference in terms of mobilization.
Helps versus had President Biden remained there?
Well, I think that there's just so much energy and enthusiasm. I went and knocked on doors in Wisconsin, took several carloads of Illinois volunteers, and I spoke to the Kenosha County Democrats. It was just complete wall-to-wall people who were bouncing off the walls, and I'm not talking about Tim Walz, but they were just incredibly enthusiastic about Kamala Harris.
Am I right, just to be clear, by the way, those tickets, am I right that it was $10,000 to $100,000?
It was not cheap. It was not cheap. We had a lot of very generous individuals, organizations, unions,
folks in town
etc.
with cash to spend for that very purpose.
Yes.
I want to ask, I believe, according to Open Secrets, you have $17 million or so in your campaign fund. There's a lot of folks who believe that you might be eyeing a U.S. Senate seat should Dick Durbin decide not to run again, something that a lot of people think is going to be the case. What can you share?
I'm 1,000% behind Dick Durbin, one of the most outstanding public servants we've ever had. There's no vacancy, and he's. I hope he runs for re-election.
So not running, not willing to go there until or unless there is an announcement. What do you plan to do with all that cash? That's a lot.
Well, I'm just. You might have known that I took the silver medal before I won the gold in my quest for public office. I know that with the advent of super PACs and the fact that, for instance, the vaping industry, according to Time Magazine, has a target on my back,
so
along with other companies. You have to be ready for anything.
And we will leave it at that. Thank you so much once again. That is U.S. Representative Krishnamoorthi.